Welcome to the Den, the Dark Entertainment Network. I'm the Gothic Rose, and this is the hot mess of Hollywood. Let me take this moment to reintroduce myself. I am the Gothic Rose, hostess of the Dark Entertainment Network. This is a channel where the news meets conspiracy theories and makes babies in my brain, and it comes out my mouth. I do this because I enjoy it. If you like this type of content, please follow along, because I'm not going to stop. You know, it is the age of Aquarius, and these Hollywood fires have brought out the best and worst in many stars. There are cracks in friendships, there are cracks in public images. Let's get to it. So, the biggest news, according to TMZ, and like I've been saying, there is a crack in the very good friendship between Taylor Swift and Blake Lively after Blake Lively called Taylor one of her dragons. It's really interesting because, according to Blake's statement, she said to Justin Baldoni, "I have my dragons," and she was referring to Taylor because Justin had just mentioned Taylor. Not to mention these brand new text messages, which we will get to in a second. But back to Taylor Swift, according to her people, she went over at the time that Blake Lively told her to go over, and she was nice to Justin Baldoni and said it was nice to meet her friend's boss. And maybe she was complimentary of what Blake was doing because Taylor Swift just seems like a really good friend. So the message goes from Justin Baldoni: "I really love what you did, and it would have felt that way without Ryan and Taylor." And this is where Baldoni said he felt a veiled threat was coming through. Well, it turns out that Blake Lively has literally been using her friendship with Taylor Swift for a long time. So, according to Yahoo Entertainment, Taylor Swift is not happy with the fact that Blake referred to her as a dragon. And it's just one of these things where Blake is like, that's a really weird thing to say about a friend. But it turns out that she even told a young girl that Taylor was the one who cast her in one of the roles in the movie. It ends with us. And it's just so strange to me because I don't see why she can't just stand on her own 2 feet. I mean, I know Taylor Swift is big, she's magnetic, she's got all of this amazing energy around her. Is Blake Lively just an energy vampire who uses her for her popularity and kindness and uses it to her own advantage? Let's see what you guys think in the comments. Now, Justin Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, is going hardcore with this website, which you can read everything. There's raunchy and weird text messages. There are all sorts of things. And Justin Baldoni's receipts seem to all be there. Now, the very funny thing is this case mimics the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, especially the whole newspaper libel thing. And Johnny Depp's attorney has called Brian Friedman's methods very aggressive. I wonder if they will work because Johnny Depp's legal team, their methods worked for Johnny Depp. Let's see if this works for Justin Baldoni. But as you have seen, and if you go to any of my shorts and check out the blind items, I have been going in deep with those blind items to the fact that Justin Baldoni is probably winning this case. Now, of course, there's my favorite non-royal couple, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and she is now making waves for apparently opening up a package from Billie Eilish that was supposed to go to a young girl. It was like a t-shirt and some goods from Billie Eilish because this girl had lost everything in the wildfires. Not quite sure how Meghan Markle got involved in that, but she seems to like to insert herself in all of these, philanthropic, it's sort of really virtue signally. As we know, Justine Bateman has called her a disaster tourist, and I just think she's an absolute disaster. And as you know, Prince Harry just settled. I thought it was a good thing. It actually turns out that everyone's calling him an idiot for doing this, because the reason he settled is because he could not afford to pay by British law the court fees and some of the things that he was supposed to pay. And apparently he went to King Charles for the money, and King Charles said no. This is on top of after being called disaster tourist, and after that really scathing Hollywood Reporter, why does Hollywood keep quitting on Meghan and Harry whole expose, where the editor himself actually went on camera and stood by their story. She had another story out in Vanity Fair, again, scathing. She's a bully. People can't stand her. And supposedly she's shopping a divorce book. This is what I need from Meghan Markle. Okay? This is what America needs from you, girl. Please listen. Stop with the fake whiny victimization. Stop with the fake Martha Stewart stuff. Stop trying to make yourself up above everybody else. All of these levels up above everybody else. You're not there. You're not likable. You're not charitable. You're not any of the things that you say you are. Show us the fits. Show us the craziness. Show us the screaming. Show us the real you. That's what we want to see. Let the cameras follow around the nastiness we know you're probably hiding. Show the real you, then you'll be famous. Then, or infamous. Even more than you already are. It's just how I feel. I have always admired the royal family. I did admire Prince Harry a lot. I do think it's a good thing that this is settled and this is over. I think he has more cases coming up. He should just drop them, because all he's doing is making lawyers rich. And these two either need to put the cameras on them and let us see them rip each other apart, or stop. That's all. Now, of course, there's my favorite and according to the Daily News and some other outlets, of course, Kanye West went on another anti-Semitic rant, called himself a schmatzi, said that he admired the mustache guy, called him so fresh. This is after the Grammys, and it seemed like forcing his wife to drop her mink coat and stand in the sheerest piece of material, completely nude, in front of a bunch of cameras and have a fight with Don Lemon. But what I have heard in the blind items, and if you check my shorts, you can hear about it, Bianca Censori allegedly is in talks with a lawyer to put Kanye in a conservatorship. And if you remember, there was a podcast where someone was speaking to Kanye. I cannot remember whose podcast it was. And they said, oh, Kanye, they were going to Britney Spears you, after Kanye had said, if I go away and come back, it's not me. And Kanye said, no, they weren't trying to Britney Spears me. They were trying to Michael Jackson me. And he didn't trust his trainer. But what if Bianca Censori is really the one who slipped in? She's like the mole for everybody. She's like the one really controlling everything, but she's pretending to go along with him. Meanwhile, she's getting all of the evidence she needs for this conservatorship. That means she has all his money. That would be crazy. That would make her, well, not as much of a victim as we see. That would make her probably one of the smartest women on the planet. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Thank you for joining me in the den on this hot mess of Hollywood.